let's get into what I want to talk about today, which is negative self-talk. And I appreciate the comments really coming in here. Lots of comments. So this is something that's really a problem we have in this world. And I think it's probably the single most important and most critical issue we have right now with our youth and even people of all ages, and that is this negative self-talk. A lot of times you stop yourself before you even get started for that success, and I want to really put a dent in that today. So I love it. We've got HM Taj saying, I'm facing a startup challenge. Sometimes I feel I won't be able to find a solution. I get it. Adrian says to himself, I can't do it. Sherry Spinning says, you should have done better and been better. I'd say the same thing to myself, so I know what that's like. Lisa Marie says, self-talk is what creates the world around you. The whole vast world is the inner conversation pushed out. When you observe it, you realize it. You're so right. This is part of my affirmations every morning. The internal energy is what I bring externally. A lot of people say, how come my life sucks? It's not because of the people around you. It's because of the energy you bring and the conversation with yourself. So this is really powerful. We got Sopad saying, I'm not trying enough, is what she says to herself. We got Pirate Rum saying, never feeling you've done enough, which is great. We got the Unicorn saying, my body confidence is so low because I have a long way to go until my body is feeling highly competent, and other people comment on my posture and how skinny I am. Very powerful stuff. Our body image can really mess with our heads. John Votek says, I'm worried about the future and not be able to provide for my family. I need to live in the moment though. Worrying won't help. You're right, John. Worrying will actually stop you from taking action, pulling the trigger, and taking risk, which is the only way you can be successful at anything. Business, your physique, your impact on the world, it has to take risk. So if you're telling yourself you're no good, you'll always play conservative. And you've heard the expression, playing it safe is the riskiest thing you can do. I know so many people that are so scared to do anything. They don't want to offend anyone. They don't want to look bad in front of people. They're going to get to their deathbed and they're going to realize, oh my God, I wasted this beautiful life because I never did something. It's all because of that self-talk. So great comments coming in here. Poiraz says, a negative voice in me tells me that positive affirmations are silly to do. I used to feel that way too, and I'll talk about that today because I said my affirmations this morning. And Samaya says, I want to shift my mindset from lack of money, which is not helping me, to achieve my business plan by abundant thinking, which I believe will have the impact that will help me. Great stuff here. So again, if you're coming in late, tell me, negative self-talk, is it ruining your life or running your life? What is the conversations you're having in your head? Tell me if you can do that consciously or even subconsciously. Think of the ways you talk to yourself, because the biggest bully in the room is the one in the mirror. And that's something that is really hard to come to terms with and something I've struggled with my whole life. Last year, I talked about my struggle with addiction back in 2001 and my subsequent heroin addiction and overdose. That was all because of my negative self-talk. I literally was trying to get away from myself when I would drink and use drugs because I couldn't handle my negative self-talk. It was so critical of me every second of every day. It was saying, Brian, look at you. You're not successful. You're not trying hard enough. You're not going hard enough. What's wrong with you? And that's why I actually started using substances, because I wanted to get away from me. Nowadays, I try to have that constructive conversation with myself and try to find ways to empower myself. So I want to talk about that today. So I want to start off with one of my great guests here who really has a nice way to kick off this conversation about that, and that is Sadhguru. If you haven't watched our episode with him, please watch it on our YouTube channel, on our website. It's free. Sadhguru is an Indian mystic, and he's just got a great, frank way about thinking about our thoughts and the way that we engage with our mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It can literally create your destiny, and it can ruin your destiny. And that's something that I really want to talk about. And so right now I want to play with you a clip from Sadhguru. And Sadhguru is telling you that this is a great thing, and we're going to play this video right now. He says, your thoughts belong to you, or you belong to your thoughts. And that's the question I want you to think about when you watch Sadhguru drop this knowledge. You talk in the book about thoughts. You know, we're obsessed with thoughts in this world, and I'm thinking this and I'm thinking that. In the book you talk
So you must understand, when I say I'm thinking this, another word, another way of saying it is, I'm making up this, I'm making up that. You can make up whatever you want, as long as you enjoy it.
But that can be dangerous, always trying to think of the solution, always trying to be your thoughts.
See, if you become what you make up, unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your thoughts belong to you, or you belong to the thoughts. You must make up your mind.
They can be dangerous, those thoughts.
They're not dangerous, they're fantastic. Only thing is, fantastic things mishandled can kill you. A car can kill you, isn't it? It's a wonderful thing, an automobile. It's made our lives. If you handle it irresponsibly, it kills you. Every possibility is like this. Every possibility, if you do not harness it, it becomes a problem. So the same goes for your cerebral capability. If you do not harness it, it's a serious problem. It's taking away 80% of the human beings are simply suffering. They don't need any outside help. They're on self-help.
I love it when Sadhguru said that thing about the car. He said a car can be a wonderful instrument, it can change our lives, but a car can also kill you. And so something can be really powerful, but also really dangerous at the same time. And that's also true about your thoughts. If you don't corral what's going on in your brain, it can literally lead you to madness, depression, and suicide. But if you can try to corral those and check those thoughts, it can lead you to success, happiness, impact, a life that's fulfilled. So remember, it all starts in the brain. And I know it's hard to imagine because we can't see our brain, we can't see our gray matter. We think we're just living our life and getting our coffee and going to work. But you're actually running this dialogue. And if you look at people that are super successful in this world, in anything they do, whether it's the Dalai Lama or Elon Musk, they definitely have a different dialogue going on in their brains, and you can start doing that today if you want to. And it's all about controlling your thoughts. And someone earlier mentioned affirmations, and I just want to quickly talk about it. An affirmation is a way of literally programming in your thoughts, because when you're saying positive things into your brain believes anything you say. That's the crazy thing about the brain. It will believe it as truth, no matter what it is. So if you repeat it over and over again, it will just say, oh, that's the way it is. And that's what media knows and the news knows. It all knows that you will actually adopt that dialogue if you hear it enough times. So if you can be proactive with your brain, you can adopt the new version of who you want to be. And I have a whole set of affirmations. I teach this in my Life Accelerator. I've done this on a few videos, but literally I've got a list of affirmations on my phone every single day. It takes me about 8 minutes to read them, which is the exact time from my front doorstep to the tube in London, which is the underground trains. And I say it out loud as I walk by people. And here are just a few of the things I say. And one of them is from Marissa Peer, who I'm going to play a video of next. And that is just saying, I am enough. I am enough, I am enough. It's something I say every day, and I'll get to that lately. I'm always saying these super positive things about myself. I love myself so very much. I'm privileged to be part of this movement. I'm connected with the divine. I'm calmly executing with vicious efficiency. I always talk about how I'm a parent, how I'm leading this organization, how we're trying to make maximum impact in people's lives. I'm always telling myself all of these things. So by the time I get to the tube, I have reprogrammed who Brian is today. And from then on, it's almost like Superman or Clark Kent walking into the phone booth. He walks in, Clark Kent with the glasses, kind of not sure, like bad posture, always apologizing to everybody, maybe where you are right now. And then he comes in and bam, he's Superman, right? He's flying around. And look at Superman, especially in those earlier movies. Like, he is just always in control. He's always positive. He's always got the answer. So how can you be Superman today? And try that right now. Write down 5 of those affirmations, especially people putting comments here, but write them in a positive way. I have an incredible body that I'm working on every day. I'm super proud of it. I love myself. I am enough, I am enough, I am enough. I work hard. I always put positive thoughts in my head to get positive results. I'm a great entrepreneur. I'm a great father. These are the kinds of things that you can put in your head as self-talk, and it's something that I really want to talk about today. So again, really think about this concept of negative self-talk today. It's something that's going to be really powerful.
At London Real, we believe that individual transformation can change the world. Join us and start your journey today.